Hey kids, it's again Mr. Glenn here. I hope you're well. So last time I left you, we were at a stage where I'd simply gone and used the file menus at the top and just gone into open and then just grabbed the picture that I downloaded from Unsplash. So this is the picture that I got from Unsplash. You can see that it is a square orientation. It's called a social media square orientation, which is generally for things like Instagram and stuff like that, where they have just square images that are used to scroll past. However, in the olden days, the square image like this was used for LPs, and those, especially those LPs that had a sort of a barn, what's called a barn door opening with a centerfold in there. And this has got sort of four sides to it, which is kind of what we're going to be making. So I want to go and grab a 1x1 square social media post like this. And the easiest way to do this is to go into Unsplash like this and searching in here. And the reason it's good to search in here is because it gives you the orientation already. So I'm going to go and search for something here. I'm just going to call it, I'm going to go and grab cityscape like this, because I'm going to go and grab a cityscape. And then you get all these other options here that you can go and choose something that suits you. You don't have to spend ages on this, just grab something real quick. But over here you've got an option for changing it into a square orientation like this. And so you can scroll through, you can go and find something that suits you. Anything with a plus on, they're going to charge you for it. So there are lots of free options in here from amateur photographers, and you just go and load up more and find something that suits you. So I quite like this kind of brutalist architecture, so I'm going to choose this. If you click on the arrow next to the download button, you can go and grab sort of the original size here, and that's going to be a little bit clearer for our use. You can use sort of the mid-range here, but you don't want to go into small, because otherwise zooming in you're going to get it pixelated. So I'm going to go and grab the original size. It's going to go and download it for me. I'm going to go and save that. That's my image saved, so I'm just going to pull this out of the way over here. And instead of hit this one here, I'm going to get rid of this and go to File, Open, and then go to my downloads, and then that's the one I just downloaded. I'm going to go and open that up. Double click it if it's going to let me open it. Good, and then I'm just going to go and pause it here. So while we've got this image open here, let's take a look around here, and this is going to be our first introduction as to what the menus are and what they do. So on the side here, I've got my colors and my histogram, and I've got all kinds of things at the top. I've got my layers, I've got my colors. I can move these around, I can shape them however I like, but these are generally my layers. Let's go and pull that back up again. I've got my history. So I can go back all the way back to the beginning if I need to go back to the beginning. So anything that I've added in here, I can just move around. We're going to use some of these later on, especially if we come to change our pictures. That's on one side. If they disappear, you don't need to worry, because inside your windows you've got everything here. So if I start to pull these away inside your window, you can start to see that they start to disappear. You can see them slowly disappearing, and if they do disappear, just go into your window and put them back again. So if your layers disappear by accident, it's not a problem. They're always there in the background. All around the top, we've got what are called personas. This is going to be for us to use later, okay? And you've got things that you can just explore with your color wheels and things like this. And then on the left hand side, you've got your main set of tools, and these are grouped. So you've got sort of things to allow you to move things around and select things. Got where you can go and crop things. We're going to learn about that a little bit later. We've got other bits and pieces such as magic wand tools. So this allows us to go and select just whole colors like this. So if I hit that and delete it, it's taking away all the blue because it was going to select all the blue, things like that. That allows us to go and manipulate things. And so if I long press on these tools as well, I can go and grab my selection tools, which we're going to learn about later. Got colors, so I can go and change and fill things in with different colors. So I want to go and change the colors of things. I can simply go and change the colors of things. So if I want to go and give it this bright sort of red sky, I can go and give it this bright red sky. If I want to give it this bright red sky, and of course I can always undo with my history. So I've got my edit and my undo, and I can undo everything. So if I make a mistake, I can undo, and if I go too far, I can always redo it. So on my menus, my context menus at the top, we're going to learn about some of these, not all of them, because they're just too complicated, some of them. But for our projects, we're going to be able to go into at least filters and things like sort of blur and Gaussian blur. We can start to sort of add sort of a blur to our selections and things like that, if that's what we want to do with our artwork. We can paint things. We've got our styluses, so we can go and paint things a little bit later and add sort of lovely strokes of paint and colour and context. Got loads of blur tools and a pen tool that's going to allow us to go and draw things on top of things, and as well as text, which we're going to get to in a second. So that's pretty much it. We're going to be using sort of some of these here. They're nothing really sort of scary. The most important thing is going to be sort of this. If you see the marching ants around the outside, this is going to catch a lot of us out, and we can just go and Command D or Control D and deselect those. So menus down the side, menus at the top. Our panels on the side to go and put different layers and whatnot inside here. You can see I've got my text layer that's in here at the moment. I've got my tools on the side, my selection tools, my crop tools, my move tools. So we're going to learn about how to go and manipulate our photographs as best we can. Alright, that's it for an introduction. Go and explore that. Go and put a piece of artwork in there and go and explore the menus, see what they say, see what they do, especially turn these on and off and see what they do. Okay, you'll see that they're not as scary as they appear.